we're so thrilled to have your film here this evening. Tell me a little bit about the film and tell me a little bit about working together.
The film is a labor of love. It's called La Misión. The mission is a neighborhood in San Francisco, largely Latino, and basically Benjamin plays the central character. He's basically the old homeboy from the hood, who's respected and I think both feared. And his life kind of evolves around his friends he's had since childhood in the neighborhood, building lowrider cars and oldies music. And his son, who's 18 and on his way to college, and life is good until he discovers that his son is gay, and his whole world is turned upside down. And then we watch him kind of struggle with all the ideas he has of himself as a Chicano, as a Latino, as a strong male, and really kind of goes on an inward journey, which we hope towards redemption.
Now, how did you connect with this character? A lot of stuff going on here.
Well, there's a lot to connect to. I mean, having your brother as the author, he knows what the strengths are and what the weaknesses are. But as Peter said, I mean, the thing that we both connected to is that it really is a love letter to our city, San Francisco. The Mission District is a neighborhood filled with people that we love and that we wanted to honor with this film. And in acknowledging the power of the medium and the messaging that occurs, whether you want it to or not, in filmmaking, why not put out a message that is authentic and true? And that's what we really endeavored to do, was to tell an authentic, honest story that could happen in the Mission District of San Francisco.
And you have a great supporting cast too. Talk to me about working with the actor that plays your son.
Jeremy Ray Valdez. He's a homeboy from Texas, actually, and
you can hear his accent a little bit.
we went through. It was a very demanding role. The character of the son, Jess, is a very complex one, because he has to, in an outward way, have a tough exterior to blend in as a homeboy in the neighborhood, and he's hiding a secret that he's not even necessarily comfortable with yet himself, let alone sharing with his father or other people in the neighborhood. But he also has to have that sensitivity, and he's a young actor, but he committed himself 100%. He puts in an amazing performance, and everywhere we've shown the film, and we've showed the film on a lot of different festivals, people find his work heartbreaking. And I think that a lot of good things are going to happen for him after this film comes out in spring.
Now, how is it directing your brother? Do you ever have a little fun and give him a hard time? Are you all nice?
No, I mean the thing is,
be honest.
No, this is only my second feature, so I can still consider myself a student of filmmaking. And Benjamin's been working for now over 25 years, and he's worked with some of the top directors. And so throughout the process, the screenwriting process, and when I would storyboard to lay out the camera setups, and then sometimes even when I was on the set and I had a question, I would slyly pull him aside and say, "Bro, come here, I gotta ask you a question, man," and really like bounce an idea off him. And most of the time, it was very insightful. But there were some times when we would knock heads. But I think that too contributed to the creativity that we had on the set. And like he said, we're so close and so in sync that, for instance, we had a code word on the set. Like when I wanted to say I want to try it a different way, I would just say peaches, and he knew exactly what I was talking about. Nothing more had to be said. And
that was a randomly chosen word
random.
too. There's no affinity to it at all. But the truth is, we're both really strong-willed, very opinionated individuals. But as he says, in a lot of areas of our lives, as different as we are, we're very much in sync with one another. And I think our world sensibility, certainly, and artistic sensibility, on a lot of levels, matches up.
This festival is raising awareness for humanity, environment, animals. Why do you think this is an important film festival, and why are you excited to have your film as part of the festival?
Well, I would say that artists have always been the vanguard for social change. And so if as a society, whether we're talking about American society or global society, we're heading in the wrong direction, where there's a kind of get-over mentality, get as much as you can now for yourself and forget everyone else, that's destructive. That's not going to take us very far collectively. And so as artists, it's our responsibility, I find, when we can do it, to crack that open and try to set a new paradigm and take things in a different way. I mean, there's no denying the power of this medium. I mean, film informs everything. It's the ultimate form of storytelling on a lot of levels. And so why not use it to some form of good?
I mean, but not only that, I would also say that we definitely made a choice to shoot in a community that we grew up in, with people and families who go through struggles that are depicted in the film. So like I said, a lot of it's not made up. We just borrowed from real situations that friends and relatives struggle with every day. And it's not like one family's dealing with one issue and another family's dealing with another one. You have like multiple issues that families are struggling with all at the same time, and a lot of times there's confusion. And I think a lot of times when we see films and set in these particular communities, they're really they're often handled in superficial ways sometimes. You know, it's a one issue kind of a community, or it's a one dimensional kind of community. But we really wanted to, you know, paint a picture that really resembles life in the community. You know, and it's like, oh, it's all over the place. It's complex. You know, there's a lot of harsh realities in the Mission District, but there's also, you know, it's married with beauty, and the family's always, you know, colliding and loving each other and moving forward. And so I think that comes through in the film, you know.